Hey horror fans, once again, it's the Horror Miser Monty G here to do another movie review, and today I'm finally going to review the movie Hereditary. Ooh boy, let's get ready for this one, yes. Now, Hereditary is a 2018 American supernatural horror film. It was written and directed by Ari Aster. This is his feature film debut. It stars Toni Collette, Alex Wolff, Millie Shapiro, Ann Dowd, and Gabriel Brain. Now, a lot of people have been talking about this movie and compared it to The Exorcist. They compared it to Rosemary's Baby without really good, great horror movies of the past. And a lot of people that have seen this picture already has given a lot of praise. Some people didn't like it as much because it is kind of a slow burn, but now here's my review of Hereditary. We are introduced to the Graham family. We have Anne Graham, her husband Steve, and their children Peter and Charlie. Basically, the film starts off with Anne's mother, Ellen. She had just passed away. She was a very reclusive and secretive woman, and we find out in her eulogy that Anne gives that she was a very private and secretive woman, and they did not have a great relationship. We also learned that the entire family and on Anne's side suffers from mental illness. And eventually we see them go about their busy days. We find out that Anne is a miniature artist specialist, and she's working on the miniatures. Later on throughout the film, another tragedy happens that I did not see coming, and the family does seem to tear the whole family apart. Then weird shit starts happening along with the film after that event, and the film just goes into a complete 180. I still can't get some of that imagery out of my head. That's how fantastic this film is. Yeah, the plot's all over the place, but in a good way. In a good way. If people who have seen the film know what I'm talking about. It's kind of hard to describe it without giving anything away. That's the best I could give the premise of this movie. The best I can describe how this movie is, it's a fantastic, nightmarish thrill ride. I mean, it has all the aspects of an excellent horror film. It hits, one of the great things about this movie, it hits all of the human emotions, from sorrow, grief, anger, and of course, terror, because he will have you on the edge of your seat while you're watching this film. I mean, it hits everything. It takes your senses on sort of a roller coaster, because you're at one point, if you really do feel sorry for this family, you really feel sorry for Anne. You don't know whether or not she's suffering from the same mental illness that her whole family does, because that's what she mentions in the beginning part of the film, that her whole family suffered from mental illness, from her mother to her brother, and she wonders if it's going to affect herself. And that kind of plays into the parts of this film, and that's basically what makes this film so great. As for a horror film, it hit the whole of the elements on here. It's very creepy imagery, very nice sounds that you hear all throughout the film. That's creepy. as we get to other parts of the film, that click sound that her daughter does at the beginning of the film, and that sound is carried throughout. That's creepy at all. We get some creepy imagery, some great, nice, scary images, and a nice jump scare that even got me, of all people. So I really like the fact that it has all the elements of a nice horror film. Now, this film has a couple of twists that I didn't see coming. I'm pretty sure no one else did too, and that's really mainly the fact of how well Toni Collette is in this movie. Now, I've liked her a lot. I liked her in Krampus. I liked her in the United States of Terror and all the work that she's done, and she's fantastic here as Annie. She plays a woman who is trying to find some stability in her life, whether it's the relationship she has with her mother. We know throughout the film that she did not have a good relationship with her mother. They were estranged before her mother finally took ill with dementia, and they finally took care of her at the end. And we see her trying to struggle with that. She's struggling with the relationship she has with her son, because throughout the film we find out that there's a secret that she has, which I won't reveal here. If I do a spoiler review of this movie, which I might do, I'll talk about it then. And yeah, so she really is trying to find some mental stability. Another great aspect of the film is the Alex Wolff character, who plays, yeah, he's kind of a lost soul in here, and he's trying to figure out what's happening with him. Is he also affected with the mental illness in their family? The film plays off well with him, but him mostly because he seems a guy that's really trying to find his place in the family structure, especially after the tragedy that happens. He doesn't know where he belongs, or he's still trying to maintain a relationship with his mother. Gabriel Brandon Steve does a fantastic job as the man trying to keep his family together, and he's also concerned because maybe believes Anne is finally losing it as well. And like I said, you also get another appearance by the great actress Ann Dowd. She comes into the story as well as a character named Joan. But I like Ann Dowd. She's a great character actress, and she does a pretty good job here. Everyone does a fantastic job in this movie. There's no real bad parts of this film that I can't think of. As I stated before, the screenwriters, or particularly Ari, has done a fantastic job. Is giving us a very nightmarish, nightmarish and scary movie here. He starts off thinking that maybe we'll think that Anne is suffering from mental illness, and that's what they begin with. And he does a complete 180 on it, and it's like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming. And that's what makes the film fantastic. It's just really well written, very well acted. It's a fantastic horror movie. Now, some people think that this is the best horror picture that's come out so far this year. I would almost kind of agree with them. Some people have compared this to The Exorcist. I don't think it's that level. I don't think any horror picture can come that close to The Exorcist. But I do give them credit. This is an excellent horror picture. I really highly recommend it. It'll definitely be on my top 5 list of best horror films of the year. I don't know if it's going to beat A Quiet Place or not, but it's got a good chance. We'll see. So, the Horror Miser is going to open up his vault, and I'm going to give Hereditary 4.5 out of my 5 gold coins. Yes, I'm going to give Hereditary 4.5 out of my 5 gold coins. Yes, I truly love the shit out of this movie. So, my horror fans, have you seen Hereditary? I know most of you did. Do you think it's one of the best horror films you've seen so far this year? Is it as good as The Exorcist? Is it on that level? Or do you think it's kind of slow paced? Really didn't like it. I cashed down on it. Leave your comments down in the comment section below and tell me what you thought about Hereditary. So that's my review. That's my video for today. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up because it does help the channel a lot. And as always, if this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell, and then that way you can come and enjoy the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Monty G. Just a little side note, I'm going to leave a link in the description for my good friend CP. He is going through some health problems right now, and I promise I would spread the word out. I will leave a link down in the description for his GoFundMe page, so if you really want to help the guy out a lot, he's a great friend of mine. And wish him the best. I'm sending prayers for him, and he gets his life in order. So please do that for me. So once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G, and always remember, horror rules. Ha ha.